Something that kind of strikes me about Stanford is, you know, they have such a reputation for being physical and lining up and hitting you in the mouth, but it seems like they do make you think a lot as a defense, a lot of movement. Is that kind of an underrated part of their offense?
Well, it can be. I mean, you know, what happens when you have an offense like this? It does everything so well. It's very difficult to say, well, if you stop X and make them do Y, then you're going to have a chance to be successful against them. You know, the problem is they do each. You know, each concept, each personnel group extremely well at a very, very high level. And they're not just big and physical, they're also, from a speed standpoint, fairly elite. So, yeah, they'll attack you in multiple ways. And, yeah, your head better be in the game to get lined up and get what you need to do executed.
For the players, and I guess even for the coaches, does it kind of get your dander up, kind of get you engaged when you see them doing stuff like 7 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, these kind of new challenges for you?
Well, I certainly think for certain levels of the defense, I mean, you talk about the D line and stuff like that. I mean, they're going to be challenged up front, and then you know every level on the way back. But they're still going to make you have great eye discipline on the back end, you know, because they're just waiting for that opportunity to get you where you're undisciplined. So no, these guys have to see it as a challenge. It's different, and we've been in a position most weeks this year where kind of every week's kind of been a new theme, and that's one of the themes for this week.
One of the themes for last week was you were going up against a running back who was number 4 in the Pac-12 in rushing, and right off the bat you kind of took him out of the game those first 2 drives. How much kind of confidence going up against this offensive line can those guys derive from, you know, really standing tall against those guys?
I think the biggest thing is you know, the confidence comes, I think, when you execute you know, the call and each individual assignment within the call, regardless of opponent. I mean, and that's one of those things that we try to convince our guys of, is that you know, it's about us, and you either believe in that or you don't. But certainly, the more times you do it right, ideally you gain confidence along the way. Now, again, our challenge is we got to do it right a lot more than we've shown on film through 7 weeks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Coach, what are the types of things that we see